Evening, folks. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you are doing well. What I usually do, just cruising through the internet, dumb some of this light down. There we go, that's better. And there was a new video up from Aaron and Melissa over at TruthStream. I don't know if you guys know TruthStream Media, but you should. Really, really good. They put some interesting stuff up. Documentary style. Really, really good one. Today was the after time. And it was dealing with the people in lockdown. Specifically, it's a short, and Melissa is the character in it, and it gives you the breakdown of the quarantine bullshit we're going through. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 15, day 20, day 155, day, and there's no number left. It's just day. And it got me thinking. It's hot out. It's I looked at the thermometer on the way over. It's 106, I think, because there was a note where the thermometer was. It says, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." 106. So it follows Melissa through the various mental states that she's going through. Now, this isn't shot in real time. This is a short movie expressing what we're seeing from people who are in lockdown. And it was just really, really interesting. You should go check it out. It's worth the watch. It's really not that long, 12 or 13 minutes. But it got me thinking. Because we're social animals. There's been articles up that there are a lot more problems interpersonal communication-wise now because we have Facebookers on and we don't know what people are saying anymore, because we need to read the face for cues. We're not just a verbal society, we're visual on top of verbal, and so we need to have the cues that go with it. I watched Trump's presser out of Yuma. With tangential, but it's an example. I watched Trump's presser out of Yuma, which is out here in Arizona. And in this presser, he was a lot looser, he was a lot more relaxed, he was a lot more comfortable, he was a lot more jokey, he was a lot more Trumpish than I've seen him in some of the other ones. Now, I don't know if that was because he was under the stress of his brother dying. His brother didn't die that long ago. Or he was just in a better atmosphere. Or maybe he just feels more secure here than he does in Milwaukee. I don't know. But the facial cues are there. You can see it when he talks. And so it comes across because you don't realize what you're interpreting, what you're analyzing as things go on. So, as we watch Melissa go through the cycles and the breakdown, you know, she's okay with it at first, and then, you know, she starts to question, and then she gets angry, and then she gets depressed. It's like that, whatever the hell it's called, the grief cycle, except that I'm sure there's a different one for this. I don't know. It's been a long time since I sat in a psych class, so cut me some fucking slack. But you watch her cycle through all of them. The problem is, we're social animals, but does digital communication count for socializing? I don't believe it does. Because what we routinely dismiss is, well, we're sight and sound, we're also smell. On the top of your roof of your mouth, where your palate is a bone called the vomer. And there's an organ called the vomer nasal something or other. It's a long time ago. Science geek. Read it a long time ago, but it's really interesting. If you've ever seen a cat, or a tiger was the example they used, where they crinkle up their nose, what they're doing is they're running air over that vomer nasal organ to pull out the pheromones to see what's going on. We do that as well, again, on a subconscious level that you don't notice. And so, you know, it got me thinking on just how many problems we're really going to have. Suicides are up, depression's up, drinking's up, drug abuse is up, physical abuse is up, because people can't get out to interact. This has to stop. This really does have to stop. The problem is there are people who understand exactly what they're doing and don't care. You can't be put in solitary confinement in prison. Well, you can't even be put in solitary in a lot of places anymore, but you're only allowed X number of days in solitary before they have to take you out, because you start to lose it. Actual real solitary. No contact solitary. There's a show on History called Alone. And the basis of Alone is they take these people out, and usually it's Vancouver Island. They take these people out, and the deal is you have to survive by yourself with your gear. They let you go out with gear. The longest out of 10. And then you get 50 or 100 grand. And I watched the first couple of seasons. It was a really, really interesting show. I like bushcraft and stuff, so you know you can always pick up pointers if you're willing to observe. But the guy who won the first season was out there by himself, no contact. You have cameras you set up so you can film yourself, but you can't talk to any other people. There are no cell phones and shit. Literally by yourself in a remote location trying to survive. Lasted, I want to say, 69 days. And what I found really interesting was about 50 days in, say something like that, 50, 55 days in, he noticed he was losing it. Now, if you watch, you can see him start to waver a little, but about 50 days in, he started to lose it. He won. He stuck it out. He did 69 days. By the 69th day, he didn't know whether or not he was hallucinating. It's the way we're wired. We're social animals, and so this whole concept of shut everything down, stop people from socializing, don't let people go out, blah, 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 is bullshit. All the theories out there have some validity. Well, this is an attack on the president's election. Certainly is 110%. You know why I can say that? Because all you ever hear on the news is Trump's bad response to the coronavirus. Never seen it before. How do you know what the fucking response is? And he listens to the idiots on his staff like Fauci and Birx. It's Trump's fault that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Okay? Well, China did this. Well, yeah, China probably did. They weren't making any headway with Trump. Anything to get him out of the way would be beneficial to them. China just endorsed Joe Biden. Joe Biden smoother to deal with than Donald Trump. That came out of the Chinese newspaper today. They're attacking him, but they're attacking him through you. These people, and I've said this before, you're elected officials. If you ever catch anybody calling them your leaders in government, you need to smack them. Your elected officials are your employees, not your leaders. fucking difference. I've been playing this because they don't have to worry about it. How many times have you seen clips where as soon as the cameras were thought to be off, the masks come off and nobody pays any attention? How many times have you seen the politicians walking around without their masks on? Chris, I'm locked in my basement, Cuomo, with the corona, out there fucking surveying his new property with his wife and his kid when he was supposed to be on lockdown. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. I've been in healthcare for 30 years. I survived every pandemic they've thrown at us. Incidentally, the new pandemic that's coming out is now going to be plague. Unfortunately, I live in Arizona, and in northern Arizona we have prairie dog colonies on the reservations, and I've worked on the reservation, and it's not uncommon to see pneumonic plague on the reservation, and then you give them antibiotics to treat it. It's not the terrorist shitstorm they're going to make it up to be. But while they're fucking with your heads, they understand the timeline and how to do it. They're just not able to control people that step outside of it and don't obey. So this entire new normal, just wear the mask, just get in the boxcar, just go to the camp. See that meme a lot? It is what it is. We're off track again. We need to be able to interact to stay healthy. These people don't give a shit about your health. It has nothing to do with your health. It's to do with their maintaining control and power. This is a problem. But, I've covered this a couple of months back when I was explaining why we have such problems. Is because we've elected psycho and sociopaths, people who will do anything to attain the brass ring. We've rewarded the wrong people. That being said, you should go watch Truth Stream Media. Watch Aaron and Melissa's new doc. I forget what the fuck it was called. It did it at the front, so it doesn't really matter. But get out and socialize. I don't think camera time is enough. I don't think telephone and FaceTime is enough. Again, I think you need to engage all your senses. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, when you see an old friend you haven't seen in a while, or just somebody you really like, what do? You give a big old hug. You engage the eyes, the ears, the nose, and the feel. The digital shit doesn't work. It's only going to lead to more problems. Anyway, 13 minutes. I thought we'd get out of here in 10, but, they off at the fucking conjecture land. Thanks for swinging by, folks. I will catch you on the next one. You guys have a nice evening. Be safe. Probably wouldn't hurt if you picked up the phone, called your mother, made sure she was okay. And then get the fuck out of your house. Go meet your friends. Have a beer and a burger. They're only suggestions. They're not laws. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. It's cool.